Do not believe any headlines. Long oil, short Bitcoin. I know there is so much uncertainty and so many shit happened throughout the weekend. Trump, for example, came out with this crazy announcement. Tuesday will be power plant day and bridge day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Open the effing strait, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah, President Donald J. Trump. This is the President of the United States posting on his own social media account. It is gotten out of hand completely. And the market is kind of pricing in a ceasefire. They're thinking, Trump is just tacoing out of everything. You see crypto is having a major run here, and you see oil, Brent, retracing a little bit. I am still short Bitcoin and long oil. I'm going to discuss with you exactly why. And I'm going to tell you why I believe many people who are not listening or not reading behind the lines are going to get completely destroyed in the coming week. So that said, if you don't know who I am, my name is 𝗓𝗢𝗓𝗏. I've been here since 2016. I drop these updates even if I'm on holiday. As you can see, the last one here. I hope you guys been good throughout the weekend. These are 5 to 10 minutes every single day, so you can help, you can navigate the market. 22% of you are not subscribed. So subscribe to the channel. Really want to hit 40,000, so if you can invite a friend, that would be even awesome. But yeah, let's get going. So the market is having a push here, and one of the biggest reasons is the weekend has, as I said, been obviously crazy. Trump is going out complete, so to say, madman, just tweeting like, "Open the effing strait, you crazy bastards." Then what happened is that there is basically a proposal for a ceasefire, which we're going to talk about it in a second. Now, I wanted to mention, which is super important, that ICE-Brent, the Intercontinental Exchange, is in London, and the Brent oil futures is actually traded on that exchange, which is not open because of Easter Monday. So I do believe that whatever happens to Brent is actually not that much relevant, because majority of the volume is happening over there. WTI, the West Texas oil index, is open, so you can trade that, but I do believe that, Brent will have to have a catch-up tomorrow. The reason why I think many people are still confused, but shouldn't be, is because of this. President Trump's deadline to Iran, March 21st. He said, you have 48 hours, I'm going to bomb everything. Nothing happened. March 23rd, postponed for 5 days. March 26th, postponed for 10 days. April 4th, you have 48 hours. April 5th, postponed to April 7th, which is tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. ET. Now, you can think of whether they are negotiating, and that's why Trump is pushing out. But the reason why there is no incentive for Iran, and this is what, I know that it's hopium, and trust me, I lost hundreds of thousands of dollars for hopium. Trust me, there is no reason for Iran to make a ceasefire. No reason at all. As the comment says here, this is exactly why. Why won't they open it? Because pressure through capital markets and ongoing closure of the Strait of Hormuz is Iran's primary form of leverage in this war. They can't shoot rockets at the US. They can destroy the Gulf, but they don't really want to do it until it's absolutely necessary. What they can do is not let through the 3,000 ships that is strangled at the Strait of Hormuz, and put pressure on oil, put pressure on the global economy, and potentially artificially engineer a crisis. So there is no reason for them to open the strait until they have some certainties or some upside in it. Now, apparently, I'm not going to talk about all the fake ones, and is it happening or not happening. This seems to be the final one, confirmed by Reuters. Both Iran and the US presented with 2-phase plan to end hostilities. Phase 1, immediate ceasefire and Strait of Hormuz reopened. It's not happening. It's not happening. Phase 2, Iran renounces nuclear weapons for sanction relief and frozen asset release. Not happening either, brother. Not happening. They're being paid $2 million per ship. It is just not going to happen. So the situation that Trump got himself in, unfortunately, is that no matter what the outcome is, it's going to be catastrophic for the markets. And I'll tell you why. If Iran doesn't comply by Monday, or it's going to be tomorrow, and maybe there's going to be a taco and another push by tomorrow, but we'll see. He destroys their power plants. 80 million people lose electricity, hospitals, water, communication, all gone. Iran retaliates on Saudi UAE oil facilities, and they said they will. Oil spikes 150 or 200 per barrel. Obviously, global crisis. And the alternative if Trump tacos out, right? Iran is not going to agree. So if Trump tacos out, Trump always chickens out. That's what taco stands for. Every future threat is a bluff. So they will know for sure that whatever he says can be counted on. Iran keeps Hormuz restricted, which they will. Oil stays above 100 as the new norm, and allies stop trusting U.S. commitments. So there is no good outcome of this happening, and the best thing you can do, in my honest opinion, is do not believe any headlines. Short Bitcoin, long oil, thank me later. I posted this 25th of March and I'm still running all these trades. So if you look at my my Bitcoin short, I took $2,000 profit. I'm still up 2,000 unrealized. On my SPX, S&P 500, I'm down about $500-600. My Brent oil long, I'm realized 600 minus. So I'm up about $600. And then my WTI, I'm up about 2,900 unrealized and 2,700 realized. So overall up about 5.5 grand. So why am I adding to these positions and why I believe that this does not matter? What you see here does not matter. Let's look at Bitcoin first. Now, I gave you all the macro situations, but if I don't take, I always tell you here on the channel, a lot of times the chart tells you the story. I'll tell you very shortly what the TLDR here is. There is a 50% retrace that happened here. There is a 50% retrace. I guided you through this throughout these 5-minute updates. I've been longing down here and telling you that I believe we're going to come back to the 50%. When we got there, there was an hourly market structure shift and I shorted it. Shorted it up here at $72,800. I had this position up and then I added to it, so now it averaged up to 70,800 something. But ultimately, I have been adding this position. If you look back on the channel, this position has been opened right here on this market structure shift. And then I just said, all your job is to follow market structure. And it comes back 50, high, low, and you just simply follow market structure. That's all you do. You don't have to be a smart ass. You don't have to be a war expert. You don't have to be an oil expert. You don't have to be a commodities expert. You just have to look at this freaking chart and don't be what is it? Like an idiot that believes all the headlines. It's super simple. So ultimately, the only way to actually turn this around, even if there is a ceasefire, if there is a close above the previous 4-hour high, which is $72,000 currently. Until then, this is nothing but a talk. That's it. That's it. And that's why my short positions, both here and on Bitfunded, are up here at $72,100. These are the stop losses. Ultimately, we can go higher. We can do whatever we want to do. It is going sub 60. Another confirmation for that is a higher time frame liquidity. This here is no joke. And I know you think that, oh my God, you know, whatever, we long trend lines. Bro, this is, I'm not even exaggerating when I say this is bad. Like, this is very, very, very bad. This is a trend line that you don't want to see, especially you don't want to see it on the 4-hour time frame. Guess what? When you see that, you saw it here. 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 Here it didn't happen, right? So, but there was no break below. Now we're in a downtrend. Here we were in an uptrend. You see it multiple times. As every single time you believe that it is going to be different, it is not. It is not. And the worst case scenario that can happen, and the reason why I'm angry, I'm going to tell you in a second, but the reason why I'm a little bit, frustrated is because people just want to believe and they want to distract me and you and whoever that, oh my God, but this is going to be super fucking bullish. Well, guess what? If I get stopped here, what happens then? Nothing. Nothing. Nothing happens. Then I'm going to go into on the hourly, the daily time frame, and I'm going to short it from here or wherever I can. So ultimately, TLDR, we are going lower in my opinion. This is the 4-hour structure. I do believe that this 4-hour structure will hold there, will be at some point a market structure shift. I am already in my short positions, added to my major short and opened a new short on Bitfunded. And the reason why I did that because I might not have the opportunity to actually get in on a market structure shift. Oil, same situation. Same situation. There is no reason to believe that oil is bearish. Look at this here. This is the exact opposite what I explained with Bitcoin. It is in an uptrend, retrace all the way up, and is coming down in a staircase after pushing up on an elevator. It is going to result in something like this. I'm targeting 125, 130 for Brent and WTI. Easy, easy. So that said, I wanted to tell you one more thing. I do have this community. I share all the small scalp positions and the major long positions as well. The scalp positions that I've taken got stopped on. So actually, we take 5 and 2 of them, you know, took profits. 3 of them got stopped. And then I get these idiotic comments. And I know I shouldn't focus on that. And I know people are like, oh, if I feel you better. I just want to tell you something. It's going to be a learning in this. Bro, my entire savings have gone after that lecture at AMD. Come on, man. Like if it was my mistake. So, didn't play out very well. Haha, pushing 69 now. Or at some point maybe, but I would guess you have wrecked a shitload of people with these calls. Or still have hope it doesn't liquidate me. Guy at 30x Bitcoin short. What the hell are you expecting? So what I'm trying to explain to you here is that please have proper risk management. Nobody's a fortune teller. I'm telling you the risk that I'm taking. I'm telling you the trades that I'm taking. I'm telling you the reasoning here in the channel that I'm taking. And if you take a 30x leverage long, like this complete, not here, I'm sorry to say, but like, what do you mean doesn't liquidate you? Like my risk on the account, I lost 5 trades and my risk, I lost like 3% of the account. You have to manage your risk. And I have a bunch of channel videos on the channel as well, but this is why it's worth joining in the community. Just please have proper risk management. And if you don't come here and say, come on, man. Take fucking responsibility and take proper risk management. All right, guys, I have to leave. It's Easter Monday. I'm celebrating with the family. We're spending some time with the family. I am going to monitor the market. I will let you know in the community, so it's worth joining in, not only for the trades, but also because this is where I share all the information. I wanted to tell you something super important. We do have this competition running with 6 of you are going to come with me to Madrid in Spain for a Real Madrid La Liga match. It's going to be incredible. 𝗬𝗢𝗢𝗕𝗓 is our partner here. They are sponsors, title sponsors for La Liga, and it's going to be absolutely incredible. We're going to meet a legend. I can't tell you who he is, but he is a legendary player in La Liga. He's going to be there with us. It's going to be a very close private event. Going to be amazing. All you need to do, sign up to 𝗬𝗢𝗢𝗕, deposit funds, and trade, and you will be enrolled. There's a link in the description, and you will need to click on register. If you already signed up and trade on 𝗬𝗢𝗢𝗕 using my link, you are automatically registered here. There's already, you can change your name and then I can call you out here. There's already a leaderboard. I'm up 9%, so I'm number 13 in the competition. I hope I don't win. I might actually disqualify myself from the competition because I don't wanna, it's not good if I win because I'm gonna take myself then. but check this out. You can register and join in. I think it's gonna be absolutely incredible. Yeah, and also we have a deposit bonus, so if you want to trade with bigger amounts for volume and whatever, you can join in there. Read the rules. It's also for P&L and for volume, so there's no complaints. Guys, truly appreciate you. I'll see you in the next one. Join in the community. Join in the trading competition campaign with 𝗬𝗢𝗢𝗕, so you can meet me in Madrid. We can spend 3 days together. And yeah, just monitor the markets. Have proper risk management. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.